Chapter 6. That thy sacrifice not be in vain. Norlim and Davin's funeral was held 3 days later. As they had both been warriors, they were buried in the warriors' cemetery 2 leagues from the citadel. Merlara did her duty, making a speech about Davin and Norlim's character, and their loyalty to the crown of Tyor. As was the tribe's custom, they were buried in oak coffins with their swords laid on their chests, and the luggery placed around their necks. The lids each had a dragon carved into the top. The luggery, which was Silj for protector, was given to every warrior at their graduation, and when they died, it was buried with them. Merlara was apprehensive throughout the ceremony. Though nothing was said about it, members of the Pure Woods were treated with hostility. Merlara knew from talking to Tyor, that the Black Dragons resented them, as rumors had spread about the Pure Woods being responsible for the murders, though it still wasn't confirmed. If the tribes began to fight one another, it could lead to civil war. Sumaisai was also present. Merlara had invited her to attend, while assuring her she needn't feel obligated to do so. "Thank you for respecting my privacy," she said. "But I came here with the intent of protecting these men, so they might be buried with honor. It is only right I am present to see my mission accomplished." "Thank you, Sumaisai. Davin and Norlim's families will be grateful for your devotion." When the coffins were placed in the ground, those who knew them most went by, throwing a handful of dirt over them as they passed. Tyor, Tiriel, and Merlara were last. As Merlara passed Davin's coffin, she paused and said, "Leo Los Gadan, que lasti reselu. May you rest in peace, warrior." She said the same over Norlim. Some people murmured, displeased she had spoken in Dunarian, the language of the dragons. Then all fell silent as Sumaisai stepped forward. She stopped, standing in between the graves. For a moment she was silent, then with a low growl she said, "Aaka se west, kia pola alp zelwy." Merlara and Tiriel looked at each other. They were both fluent in Tokwai, so they knew she had said, "May your sacrifice not be in vain." Those words were part of an ancient song sung over dead warriors, which meant that Sumaisai was more familiar with their culture than they had realized. Sumaisai walked back to stand with her brothers, and Tiriel stepped forward. She stood before the graves, her hands stretched out over them, as if in benediction. In a lamenting voice she sang, "Farewell to thee, warrior, rest now in thy grave. In the land of thy people, rest now in peace. That thy sacrifice not be in vain. We honor and salute thee. In the land of thy people, rest now in peace. Farewell to thee, warrior. Rest now in thy grave. In the land of thy people, rest now in peace."